Ladies and gentlemen of Ballet International, today we have a relevant artist of ballet. Her name is Nadya Timofeyeva. She is the daughter of Nina Timofeyeva, the greatest ballerina. And I'm so pleased and honored to have Mrs. Nadya, but I will call her Nadya because she told me you can call me Nadya straight away. And she is the artistic director of the Jerusalem Ballet in Israel. And she's directing the ballet school and the ballet company. So as you see, it's not every day that someone has the privilege and the honor to make an interview with an artistic director. So welcome online, Nadya. And I wish to thank you, to extend my sincere thanks that you have accepted to make an interview for Ballet International.
Dear Jean-Pierre, thank you very much that you invited me, and I'm really happy to talk with you and to share my life. Thank you.
I'm sure that the audience will be pleased to listen carefully to your story and how we are going to develop the conversation. So we will start from the very beginning, which goes on your mother, Nina Timofeyeva. She was a prima ballerina, I think, and she was dancing for the Bolshoi, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, she was a prima ballerina for 40 years in the Bolshoi, in the gold time of the Bolshoi.
And so how you, as a daughter, how was your impression looking to your mother, to Nina? You started when you were very, very small, and you had this wonderful picture of your mother, who was already a great star. So what was your impression?
You know, she always, for me, was somebody very, very special, because I saw all her performances in the Bolshoi. She started to take me to rehearsals and to performances since I was 1 year old. So I can say that the Bolshoi was my second home. I was right there, and for me was absolutely understandable that the ballet, it's not a nice story. It's a miracle that's based on the very hard work, because I saw also her on the performances and also in the studio. And I have some impressions for my young age. I had some special place. It's when I was seated in the first wing, and there was such a small chair, and it was, you know, almost on the stage. Most of the ballets, I was looking from the inside, from this place. And when someone wanted always me to go to the audience and to see everything from the audience, I say, no, I don't want, because it's less true. Because when you see it from the side, you see everything. And suddenly I saw I think they was one of the biggest artists in the world. And they was just meter from me on the stage, kings and heroes. And suddenly he was coming and pass and dying near me in the wings here side. And then, you know, they're making the air, and then he's again coming, miracle hero, and go back to the stage. So I think all this life that I got then gave me so much push, you know, for all my continuation in my life. So of course it was no question what I'm going to do. I can't say that my mom was pushing me to be a ballet dancer. I remember myself always that I wanted it. And one day she told me, Nadya, you know, I can help you only in that because I don't know other things to do except, you know, I'm a ballerina and I'm choreographer. So here I can really help you. But if you want to be somebody, someone else, so it's already your choice. But I'm really wanted. She for me was like a god, I can say. I didn't see her a lot at home. My grandmother, Frida Saliman, she was raised me. And mom was go abroad for many months, and I was miss her so much. And when I'm already get bigger, like something like about 13, 14, she was already 50 plus, and they really fired all the, you know, all the stars from the Bolshoi. So then I started to see her more at home. And it was very difficult period of time for her until she started also to teach and I'm finished already school. And I went to dance to the Kremlin Ballet, and she was already teaching also in the Bolshoi, also in the Kremlin. And she decided, she got invitation from the Jerusalem Ballet Academy, and she decided, yes, that she wants to move. It was a very sharp decision. And she's saying, we are moving, and we was family of 3 people, mom, grandmother, and me. When we moved to the Israel. So it's a short about long life.
And did you start ballet classes straight away with your mother or with other teachers?
No, I'm started to learn in the Bolshoi Ballet Academy.
Yes.
And I had beautiful teachers. My first teacher, Evgenia Petrovna Shinkarenko, she was really loved me. I think, you know, we are still in the connection with her. I'm sure that her daughter will show her our program, and I want that she will hear that's, you know, everything that's what I'm today. I think it's because of her, because this first teacher that's give you love. And for first most difficult years, um, continue to fight for you. He is really giving, I think, most of the important things that
Yes.
the child will just not throw, because I think I was a child that could throw the ballet on the way, because it's very difficult and annoying, and it's a boring in the beginning, you know, when you're staying hours in front of the wall and you're just stretching the legs, you can't move. And I think I was a hyperactive child as I need to run and to do the things. So I'm very grateful to her. And I had my second teacher, Irina Vladimirovna Sirova. She was very great professional teacher that I had her for 2 years, my fourth and fifth years in the school. And in the same time already my mom was started to take me to take classes in the Bolshoi with Marina Timofeyevna Semyonova. So then I had my story already with a great ballerina and a great teacher. And after the 3 last classes, I had a very beautiful and fantastic professional teacher, Galina Konstantinovna Kuznetsova. She also had a root from the Leningrad school and from the Perm. And it was one of the teachers that, you know, never get angry. She always was calm and always was push, and there was also believe in me. And I'm really grateful to her. 3 last years, she was really pushing me. And finally, they even in the school, they gave me something to dance. I danced in the end of the school, the Paquita. And all my life in the school, it was, you know, to go against the wind. Because I'm daughter of the Nina, it was not make me life easier, opposite. It was make my life more complicated. Yes, yes, much, much more. My mom was never coming to um, um, once a year or twice a year, all the parents have to come, and she was always busy, or she was dancing, or she was abroad, or she had filming. So I was coming to the teacher and say, I'm sorry, I'm father is not in the picture, and mother is abroad, and my grandmother very sick. So if you have a problems, you can tell it to me. So I was pretty mature. And then when I was finishing the school, it's not like we are made auditions. When you are finished at Bolshoi Academy, so the last year, all the choreographers all around the country, they was coming and they was choosing already the children. And I got few invitations, and one from the Kremlin Ballet. It was the first year, and Andrei Borisovich Petrov, he was, first of all, he was a dancer in the Bolshoi, and then for many years he was driver also the Bolshoi company, like a master. And he was invite me, and he told me, Nadya, if you will agree, so you will not stay in the corps de ballet. You will get already. It's like you will be you are very young, but I'm promised that when you go first year in the company, not first. Sometimes it's happened that's 10 years. You have to just stay in the corps de ballet, not to get anything.
Yeah.
So he's saying, I will make your way shorter, and I will give you to dance already in your first year in the company. And he bought me. Yeah,
As
I
you
can
had
say.
a
Yeah,
good promotion as soon as.
yes. He knew me also from my baby age, I think, because I was running all around the theater. So, and the Kremlin Ballet, the stage is huge, so it's like in my head, I'm always had an understanding that you are going to serve the theater, to serve the stage. So I say such a theater, it's an honor, to be there. So I had 1 year in the Kremlin Ballet, and he's really gave me first part, and I was enjoy very much. And then after 1 year, my mom decided that we are moving to Israel.
So is the stage of the Kremlin bigger than the one of the Bolshoi?
Yes, it's a bigger.
Bigger.
It's bigger. It's too big. It was built like a Congress hall
Wow.
it's on the territory of the Kremlin. It's a 6,000 seats. When you sit, it's a huge pit also. So when you're staying on the stage, you don't see the end of the audience. It's like a huge black hole. Usually now the companies continue to run, and very successful. And
Yeah.
usually when they're putting the decorations, they are trying to make stage smaller. It's
Yeah.
very difficult, to move so much to feel such a huge stage.
Yes. Well, I imagine that for the diagonal, for the tour manège, it must be very, very hard on such a big stage. I think we are losing some internet.
Oh, now it was something. Didn't hear you.
Yes, no, there is a problem with internet, but however, the internet goes up and down, no problem.
Yeah.
So when you started at the Bolshoi, the ballet school, and dancing some roles with the company, then you moved to the Perm Ballet. No, Kremlin. Kremlin.
Yes.
Did you find a difference in between the technique and the type of work, or is it very similar?
No, it was very similar. First of all, of course, during all my years in the school, my mom was work with me. I can't say it was regular works because she was very busy. But I remember I have also videos that I'm very young and I'm with her. And of course, in the older ages in the school, she also was helping me and work with me. And it was not different school in the Kremlin because it was same people. When I came there, so my rehearsal director and the teacher was Ekaterina Sergeyevna Maximova.
Oh,
So I had yeah, and I had a great opportunity also 1 year to work with her. And my
wow.
mom also was teaching there, and Vladimir Viktorovich Vasiliev also there. So it was, I
The
was feel
greatest
like from the
stars.
one home, yeah, from the one home I just was transferred to other home.
So beautiful. So beautiful to hear all this wonderful story. Uh, Nadia, so the day that your mother received the invitation to go to Israel and work for the Jerusalem Ballet, the Jerusalem Ballet was already existing?
No, she got invitation from Jerusalem Music Academy. It's the high school and the academy that are also raising dancers, and it's like until 18 years old, and the academy already after 18 years old for
Hmm.
the more adult students.
Yes.
So she was invited first for the high school,
Mhm.
and she came to teach, and I came with her, and they had the twice a week ballet classes, and it was very difficult time for my mom to understand that it's completely different life, but she had a really huge goal, to promote it.
Mm.
And in the few years, we managed to have already everyday classes and also workshops. So it's first 6 years, we both of us we was working in the high school, and after that, they opened also in the high academy special course, special class, I can say, that was over the roof of the academy, especially for my mom, that she could take children and already the children after 13 years old. This was that she could choose them to make something more professional. So another 6 years, we had the time to work, and we did the performances with them. We had a huge program that we did together, and my mom started to dance back. She came back to the stage, and it was important, also for students to see her, to see such a mature and dancer with so much experience. And I was dancing too. And after these 12 years, she came to the age that they told her, Nina, thank you very much, and we not need you anymore. You go to the pension. And this was it was really really difficult. It's like once she get it in the Russia, so here it was the second time, and then it's like she was for some time she just lose herself because she was always staying behind some state organization that's taking care of everything, and you are on the salary, and
Yes.
suddenly she understand that's all. So what's to do? And then I told her, Mom, we don't know anything to do except that. So, but that we are doing good. So let's try to open our school. And she said, okay, let's try. And we had in this time one of our students and my one of the best friends, Yasmin Avisar. That's now she's living in the Vienna. So we was together organizing everything for to open the school. It was need to find the place. It's a long story, but we managed to do it. And in same time, our friend, her name Marina Neyman, she knew me and my mom. She was a journalist for many many years. So she told Nina, for to survive, you need to open your organization. And she was pushing and offered us to open non-profit organization. And mom was agree finally. And since then, we had already Jerusalem Ballet School. but it was not a company. 2 years we had a school, and every day, every Saturday in the school, we had performances also. It was like a more home performances, but it was help us also very much, you know, just to hold everything, because a new business, it's very, very not easy. So after 2 years of such a, you know, crazy work, my mom say, you know, Nadya, I'm too old. She got 70. And she said, I don't want anymore to continue with this. I'm just tired, and I'm tired to fight. I was fight all my life. So I want some quiet in my life, and you continue if you want, continue if you want not. But you know, you now you are you it's now is only yours. I will be near you, but I'm finishing. And then it started to develop, and Marina Neyman, she became a general manager, and we started to make performances, and we organized ballet company, and we started slowly to get also budget from the Ministry of the Culture and from the municipality. And today we're together still, and we are 15 years company, and we are even more from 2006, I think. So we're 16 years school, and it's still not easy. We are fighting every day, but it's completely different. It's already known company, and we're performing all around Israel in the theaters, and we have a lot of students. And this year, John, you know, the Martin Schoenberg, he's a fantastic professional and choreographer and the teacher, ballet master. So a year ago, a little more, he made aliyah, a repatriation to the Israel, and he also started to work with us. And it's a great opportunity to have such a nice colleague. It's, I can say now, he is my associative director. So we are driving together, because it's, you know, I feel very much support also from him. And he is sharing with me his life, like we was sharing also the life with Marina all the time and until now. So now there is another person. And if before, you know, I was teaching alone, and Yasmin and my mom. So Yasmin, with the time she moved to Vienna, and I have a new cast of the teachers, and we have 7, 8 teachers. Most of them are my not most of them, all of them are my best friends. But I have a few that came from same school. I have Julia Muster Berlotsky, that she is two years younger than me from the Bolshoi. And I have Sofia Michlin, that she was also in the Bolshoi school, and then she was going to the Almata. And I have Ichi Nasharavin, that she's also Russian ballet school, that she was in the, it's like, you know, from all the sides, we have a same school.
So you
and
have you have built an excellent team.
Yeah, we have an excellent team. I have my best friend Oded Ronen, that he was finishing school in the London, and he's a modern contemporary teacher. And I have Oriane Yohanan, also modern contemporary teacher, that she is finishing Academy, Jerusalem Academy, and she was dancing in the kibbutz company, and she's choreographer, and she's a beautiful dancer and a teacher. So, you know, we are a very, very good team. I have also the PADD teacher, Alexander Shevtsov. He's also from the Russian school, and the dancer and the teacher. It's like we have a very, very good team now, strong.
Returning to your mother and to you, when you moved to Israel, did you speak the native language, Hebrew, or you?
No, we didn't speak Hebrew. We first speak English for pretty several years we was speaking English. Yeah, and now my mom, she's finally didn't learn well Hebrew, but it was, everybody here is speaking English, so it's not such a big problem. But
Yeah.
when you want to become a part of the country, so it's important, I think, to talk the language that you are living.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking Hebrew already.
Yes. But how many years did it take to learn?
It's like when I'm started to teach small kids from the beginning, so I had no chance. So so they started to teach me, and I started to learn. And it's I can't say just because I'm lazy, and was not going to learn it specially. So it took me longer time. But generally, if you go to learn it, so it's enough 1
Yeah.
year that you're speak.
Because also it's not a question to speak, but it's also the handwriting, which is quite difficult.
Yeah. Yes. So handwriting, I'm worse. And
So
I'm worse, but I can understand and I can read, I can write, but primitive way.
so your role now is just artistic director, or you also give classes?
Yes, of course, I'm doing everything. Also classes, I'm teaching, and I'm making the choreography, and where we share with Martin that we're teaching every one day me and one day him, and we're making also rehearsals, and also same in the school. It's we are both of us teaching, and of course I'm continue to teach.
Yes. I'm so pleased to hear that you are working with Martin Schoenberg because he made wonderful work in South Africa. He was in
Yeah,
South Africa and he made
yeah.
beautiful work there. And when I was working with Pact Ballet, there were a lot of artists who originally were from Israel,
Mm,
who emigrated in South Africa. And
mm.
and they were wonderful dancers with Pact Ballet was depending on a little bit of the Royal Ballet of London with the repertoire, with all the classical ballet of Frederick Ashton, and also other works, and South African ballet also. But the dancers were brilliant, brilliant, and hard workers, always hard workers. And so this is why I'm happy to hear that Martin Schoenberg is working now with you because he's a hard worker. He never stopped working. He will never stop.
Yeah,
He is always,
exactly, exactly.
he is a very active person. And even if he is tired, he never will stop until he has completed his task. And I think you are the same. You are also
Yeah, we,
the type of person.
yeah.
So I must say something to the audience. Um, Nadia, this afternoon, a few hours before the interview, she sent me by email a link with a video, a beautiful video that they have created for the Jerusalem Ballet before the coronavirus, made in 2000, I think, 19.
19.
Yes.
Mm,
And so I said, okay, I'm going to see this video this afternoon, and so I was working in the kitchen and trying to prepare my food for tonight. But there was a little voice in my brain who was telling me, just go and have a look to this video. And I wanted, and I said, no, I will do it later. And this voice was keeping saying in my head, go and have a look to this video. So finally, I gave up, and my curiosity was too big. And I said, okay, I'm going to sit in front of the computer and I'm going to have a look to this video. And, in my backstage, I said, probably it's going to be the same video of the children of ballet schools and the thing. But when I started looking to this video, and when I started looking to Nadia, how she works, how she explains, what she does, and the amount of things that is doing in Jerusalem Ballet, I said this is incredible because it's not possible that she's working or doing all this on her own. And in the video, she does everything on her own. She explains, she makes the rehearsal, she corrects, she coach. She also has an assistant, a beautiful little kitten, little cat. Is that right? Yes.
Yes. It's always I have some cat.
And she also take care about the costumes on stage. She gives advices to the students, to the professional dancers, and she makes miracle. So I was amazed, and I was also amazed by the choreography and the type of work, because it's highly professional, like the Bolshoi. So you have brought to Jerusalem the legacy and the style of the Bolshoi. And this is something big.
I can say, you know, I brought in my heart everything I could, and also my knowledge. But of course, it's different. It's completely different. Let's say because it's a. This is I think it's the biggest problem when you are staying in such a small country and you're trying, you know, to wear on something that it's not for that. It's like to suit something that it's not sit. You understand what I mean? I'm sorry for my English is not fantastic.
No.
I mean, that's everything I have from the Bolshoi. It's a fantastic school. It's a base. It's a vision, but it's huge because it's 300 more people and decorations and the orchestra, everything. Now here we have everything very tiny. It's a maximum 12 people, 16 people on the stage. And if it's even this is a lot. I have a choreographers even less. And you have also different theaters. There is some small theaters and no decoration and or small decoration. So it was need, you know, to understand from the beginning what I can do here, that it can fit the country, that it can fit the company, that we will have our face, it will be our special face, it will not be similar.
Yes.
We had to find a niche because you know the country, little one, very, very tiny and small, with huge amount of the company, dance companies. It is also the classical ballet company, Israel Ballet, and there is a ballet Panov in Ashdod, and the As, but it's also Batsheva and Kibbutzit, and Fresco and Kamea, Balpinto, and I can say and say and say. It's like huge amount of the companies, and each one have their own face. So I was asking for pretty long time myself, so who we are and what we're going to do. So it was long time search, but I think we found our niche for now, and where it's I love this. I think this is also came from the Bolshoi. I love narrative ballet. I love this. I love stories.
Yes.
So, and we have also, you know, we had in our repertoire also Taming of the Shrew and the Othello and other things, but also Fiddler on the Roof and this Memento. And we have who he walked through the fields. For example, Three Last Ballet, it was on the Jewish theme.
Yes.
So we have something that can present our country and present our history. And we have also international repertoire that the people can look different things.
Yes. So to return to the new choreography that you have prepared, Memento, what is the plot, the story about, and it is a narrative ballet?
Yes, yes.
And what is the story, and what does it highlight the most?
The story is very special. It's about Francesca Mann, that she was Polish dancer, ballet dancer. She was promised big good career in the Warsaw, and suddenly started Second World War, and all the Jews also, she with her family was sent to the ghetto, and from there to the Auschwitz, and already in the gas camera, she killed one Nazi officer and wounded another one. It was the action, you know, against Nazi
Yeah.
system, against what was happened. So it's a very special story. It's a Holocaust story, and it's so big part of our history. And I'm call it memento, memento mori. It's we will remember it. That
Yes.
it will not happen again.
Let's hope it never happens again. Let's hope it never happens, because what has happened during the Second World War was atrocious, atrocious and unfair, and it was terrible. It was terrible. So let's hope that it happens again in the future, because unfortunately, when there are wars like that, there are always innocent people who pay the hardest tribute. And during the Second World War, the Jews has paid the hardest tribute, unfortunately. We have to admit that it makes part of a very sad story, very sad history of humanity. But to translate that into choreographic steps, to choreographic scene, how did you manage? How did you
Oh,
develop the
it is.
story?
It was a search. It's like I wanted to show two different languages. One
Mm,
is language that's for the Nazi, and
yeah,
the one is language for Jewish.
yeah,
So the main theme of the Jewish, it was, I took the Hatikva. It's a
mhm,
hymn of the Israel,
yeah,
and we have the language for the people that are not hearing, and so you're showing with the hands.
yes,
So I took this like a language, like a I took it like a theme for choreography, and
hmm,
it was based on that, and also on the Jewish folk dance. So I
hmm,
was transferred also to the point.
mm. And so it was more the ballet is more like a contemporary style.
It's a mixed, like, for example, for the Nazi, I was making based choreography mostly on the swastika
Yes,
theme. So
yes,
all the movements are sharp
yeah,
and the 90 degrees angles.
yes,
So it is, I was learning last, I can say in 30 years I'm in Israel,
yeah,
new things, new contemporary, modern, many, many things.
yeah,
So when I'm making the choreography, I'm not thinking about exactly what style it is.
yeah,
I'm just searching what on my taste is can show the best the narrative. So I can say, yes, it's a contemporary, it's a modern, it's a classical, it's a folk stage, it's many things together.
yes. And so in your ballet company and ballet school, but I'm referring to the ballet company, do you do you hire the dancers from the ballet school? They go into the ballet company, or you take
Yeah.
also people from other schools?
Yes, I thought I take also people from other schools. Also this year we made the audition and I have a new additional dancers. And of course, also after my school, I'm always, but you know, when I'm raised the children have a time when they want to fly out from the mommy. So it's, you know, it's difficult because they also want to go in to see, you know, other places. So
Yes.
I let them to go, but of course I want them to stay. And for example, also I'm also took, of course, also mature dancers. All
Yes.
these years, for example, I had a lot of work with Yegor Menshikov. That he was a beautiful, and he is a beautiful dancer, and he beautiful choreographer that's made for Jerusalem Ballet Company, Fiddler on the Roof, and also he walked through the fields. It's the last creation from the last year,
Yes.
and many others, you know, adults that are, some of them are coming and going. There's a freelance dancers, and there is a more dancers that are staying with me.
And the one who are staying with you, then afterwards they start teaching, or they just
Yes and no. It's like it's very much depend from the private life of the
Mm.
person. I
Yes.
have, you know, dancers, for example, that they are living even not in Jerusalem, and it's every day they have to travel to me from Tel
Yeah.
Aviv or from
Yeah.
Rishon LeZion. I had last year I got a very beautiful dancer, Michael Potok. He
Yeah.
came from Ukraine.
Yes.
So he's this year he also started to teach, and he's dancing, and he has 2 kids, and he's traveling every day from the other town. So the life is not easy.
Not easy, yes. Well, this is how ballet life is for everyone. Ballet life is not easy. It's not easy for
No, no.
everyone. And did you ever brought Jerusalem Ballet in other countries touring?
In the Israel, yes, a lot. Every year we are traveling all around the Israel, from the north and until south, everywhere. We was abroad also in Chelyabinsk, in the Russia, also was before Corona, and we had another also to the Moscow and St. Petersburg, but it's not didn't happen because of the Corona.
Yeah.
And now we are trying also to travel. I hope it will happen. Then in the 2 months we have some tour. That's where I have to go, and that's already worked. And we want to very much to take, for example, Memento or Fiddler or some our repertoire also to United States, to
Mhm.
US. It's very not easy. But I traveled to there and I had a lot of meetings, and I think it's a possible. I'm looking for the also producers and for donors. You know, it's like it's need to connect a lot of people together that it will happen.
Yes. Well, I hope so. I hope so. So, uh, my idea, probably you will say Jean-Pierre has a crazy idea, but my idea would be, since you are directing the ballet company of Jerusalem Ballet, why maybe in the future, and you are working with so many great artists, teachers, choreographers, why wouldn't you maybe think about creating something, a competition, maybe once per year, international ballet competition in Jerusalem, like Budapest Grand Prix, Vienna competition, and you make something in Jerusalem. And I'm sure that maybe many people from Europe would travel to Jerusalem to participate to this competition. Is that maybe
No,
a good idea?
no, yes, of course. So for many years, we are thinking about that. It's a just matter of amount the people that have to work on this project.
Yes,
It's easy to say, let's do it, but it's really need to do. and it's a lot of work for
Yeah.
to make it good. So I believe 100% that it will happen.
Yes.
I can't say how soon it will happen,
Yes.
but with Marina also, we were thinking about that already 10 years ago. So, but now we are bigger and we are stronger. So I think it will happen sooner than another 10 years for sure.
Because I think this would be wonderful, wonderful
Yes.
because usually in Northern Africa or in the Middle East, there are many people who go from Middle East to Europe to study ballet
Yeah.
or to make a competition, to participate to competition. But the opposite way around doesn't exist.
No,
From,
I'm
from
really believe that that it will happen.
I hope so. I hope so because we must, give that possibility to the artists to exchange ideas, and there's always
Yeah.
something to learn from everyone.
Yeah.
Always.
We have here, we have in Israel, we have a few competitions, and one is the most serious and difficult. It's in the Tel Aviv for the name of Mia Arbatova ballet competition. It was already exist a lot of years. The first year I came from the Bolshoi, it was I went there. I was 19 years old, so I went there and I got a gold medal. But
Oh,
it's
oh,
yeah, it's a really serious competition, and with the time, the level is more and more high.
yeah,
So,
yes.
it is already something that it exists, but it's always possible to add something more.
Have you ever worked with Galina Panova or Valery Panov?
Yes, I knew very well, and I know now also, and Galina and Valeri. Valeri now in Ashdod. He's still working. He has a ballet company. It's called Ballet Panov,
Yes.
and I'm it was after we was finishing dancing and we opened our school, so I'm also went to work in his company. In 2 years I was work with him, and before that, when we was in the academy, also Galina also and Valeri, they was coming to visit us and gave classes, and Galina gave classes. So the last time we are just in touch, but before that we also worked together.
Lovely. Because when I was in South Africa with Pact Ballet, I remember that Valery Panov and Galina Panova, they came as guest dancers, and they danced for La Fille Mal Gardée and the Three Musketeers of Andrei Prokofsky, and also for Anna Karenina ballet
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
Andrei Prokofsky. And I was amazed. I was very young at that time, and I was amazed to see such brilliant technique in
Yeah.
front of my eyes.
Yes.
Oh, it was for me a dream, a dream. I never seen such strong,
Yeah.
powerful, elegant style. Everything that a dancer could dream of, I had it in front of my eyes. And I was really blessed when I was looking to them. And I was assisting to the rehearsals. I was the only one. I was hiding myself in the auditorium, and I was taking notation of all the work they were doing on a copybook, and just to learn all the corrections that goes for soloists. And this helped me a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So I think that you, beside the Jerusalem Ballet, but in Israel, you have plenty of great artists coming from abroad, from Russia, from other countries. And this is a very good thing for the young generations. uh, Do you have any dancers from Jerusalem Ballet who made audition and started working in Europe?
Yeah, of course. I have a few guys that are now dancing in the Europe, also in Germany and in the Vienna. And I have a dancer now that's dancing in the Philadelphia Ballet. That's Yuval Cohen, my
Mhm.
beloved student, and
Oh, yes,
that's
yes, yes.
yes.
He's
He,
on Ballet International. Yes,
Yeah, and he's already his third year, I think, in the company. We
yes.
just now also worked with him together. Every summer he's coming back and also dancing for our performance here when he's free. And it's a lot of I have a lot of students that's all around the world already.
Yes. I don't know if
Yes,
there is a one student or one dancer. I don't know if he's studying with you or working with you. His name is Max Polizan.
yes, he's now in the Vaganova.
He's
Yeah,
a Vaganova, yes. And
yes,
he's a very talented young dancer. And
yes.
now he's studying in St.
Yes, I
Petersburg.
had a few also. Yuval finished Vaganova, and last year more Peleg, and
Yeah.
before that I had another one, Shai Karp, and before this was Miri Lapidus and Yuval. So it's like every year too I send their students.
And you personally, you have never returned back to Russia to teach?
I came back to the Russia, for example, to Yekaterinburg or St. Petersburg for competitions. That's I was also judging, and I also was teaching, giving master classes, and I was bring my students for competitions, and we had also performances there. So yes, yes.
Good, good. And returning to the choreography, now you told me that you are preparing a new ballet, a new choreography. If I may ask, because choreographers are very jealous, they don't like to talk about their new works. But could you briefly give us a little paint of what you are preparing?
Okay, it's not that I'm jealous, completely not. It's like it's every choreographer, I think, before it's going out is just
Yeah.
fears that it will not be good and it's not good enough, and I'm oh my god, I don't know how I will do it good, and all this. So it's just work,
Yeah.
and I took the theme. I want the narrative again, narrative ballet about Harry Houdini.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so it was for me interesting. I don't know, I was like, it was like a switch. That's once I was hearing about him, some story on the TV, and then I said, oh, this is my new theme. It was already a year ago more. And then every time I was saying to myself, no, why it's a crazy idea, why you want him. It's like let's try something to search something else, and then I was searching, and then I coming back again until I say, okay, let's try already to do something with that. So I'm trying to do something with that. It's also kind of I was looking for something that will connect us to the Jewish history,
Yes.
and he is a Jewish. It's a very interesting person with a very strong Jewish roots.
Yes.
It's like his father was a rabbi,
Uh-huh.
and it's a religious family that he had. They had 7 children,
Yeah.
and how from there came such a person with such an interesting life.
Yeah.
So this is my search about.
So this is the story of the ballet. But
Yes.
then how do you manage to choose the correct music that
Oh,
goes with the story?
it's a huge process. It's take a lot of hours.
Yeah.
So usually I'm always did it alone, and I'm you know all the world library of the music now in your hands. So it's just matter of your taste and the time and the connection between.
Yeah.
So of course, I don't like to make a big salad from the music,
Yes.
but sometimes, like for memento, that's for each part of the history, and for the each part you are looking and you are searching for different part of the music. And finally I like take different composers.
Yes.
It's just that sometimes difficult to connect,
Yes.
because when it's such a pieces like I took the bolero for the Nazi part, and I had the Jewish music completely. So you need somehow to make transportation from the one
To
to from
another.
the
Yeah.
yeah to another.
Yes.
So same, I'm sitting now hours and hours for searching music, and I have a new friend, Yakov Geronimos, that he also made repatriation to the Israel, and he's trying to help me.
Good.
He's trying to help me, and we are working now together. And it's very interesting and new for me, for example, because I'm always relate to myself, and I know if I'm not going to do it, so no one will do it.
Yes.
So suddenly there is someone that can help, and also to ask the questions. That it's very important, because from the different side,
Yes.
I'm all my ballets I did with my partner on my live. I have my wife in Polonsky.
Yeah.
So she is always making the
Yes.
criticism, Nadia, why it's like this? Maybe it's not good, and
Yes.
maybe it's that, and maybe it's that. And so it's very important when near you there is some person that you can trust and
Yes.
can also shake you, because
Yes.
when you are so much inside, you don't see. We don't
Don't see the.
Sometimes we don't see what we are doing. So
Yes.
it's important the people around that can tell you, you just have to think about it one more time,
Yes.
because or do you want me to see such a thing? Because I say, yeah, I want to see, but I don't see that. So something is wrong. Something need to change.
You need someone, some people who tell you what is good, what is not good, what is wrong, what is correct, in order that they can guide you. They can guide you to
Yes,
achieve the best.
yeah, it's even not about the good or wrong, because it's sometimes there is no good or bad. It's just matter that somebody can ask it and can say, you have to think another time and another time,
Yes.
and to make not to stop in your search.
Yes.
This is important. It's helped me a lot.
And you, as a young choreographer, when you present the premiere and you are on stage or maybe in the auditorium, and you know that the curtain is going to open, does it ever happen to you? Oh my goodness, I'm a little bit scared what the audience is going to think about my work, how is going to react about my new work. Are you a little bit
Oh,
uh,
it's no, first of all, the heart just jumping out from the chest and from the ears. It's a lot of adrenaline. And when I was my first years, it's exactly like that, what the people will think.
Mhm.
But when I had the memento, the performance, when it went out, I was not care so much, because I understood that I could not do it better, I think, for this moment. Maybe it's possible to renew and to make after changes and to make it better. But
Yeah.
for today, this is my best. And even if you will not like it, I could not do it better. you know. So then you are more agree with yourself. It's
Yeah.
not mean that, see, I'm not nervous. I'm always. It's not even the premiere. Every performance that I'm sitting, I'm driving I'm a director of the stage. I'm stage director, and I'm making everything music, sound. I'm sitting with the designers, and we are making drive together the performance.
Yes.
And anyways, it's a stress. It's a big stress. You're
know.
coming with a headache and with all this stuff, you know.
But well, the audience, there is something that the audience maybe doesn't really take care. Is that an artistic director or a choreographer or ballet teacher who work in a ballet company or even in a ballet school, they are not machine, they are human beings. So probably you are a human being and you work like a machine, but you are a human being. And probably there must be some days in which you are obliged to work and you don't feel in good conditions. You feel tired, you feel sometimes also with headache, or you have a stomach problem, or you really say, I want to stay at home because I'm too tired, but you have to go to work. And sometimes this helps you and acts like a medicine. Do you feel that?
The again the last question about medicine.
Yes. Do you feel that sometimes the ballet is like a
Uh,
medicine that helps you even
uh,
if you're tired?
Even it's I don't know. It's a very strong obligation. It's a very strong responsibility, and most of the last time, even if I'm sick, so I can teach Zoom. So, but when the really Martin came into the picture,
Yes.
so he's the person that's when he see that I'm sick or I'm tired very much. So he just telling me, go rest and I will teach instead of you. And it's so fantastic. It's just fantastic. And
You
also I had not only Martin,
you're
yeah, it's
always in the ballet company, in the ballet
yeah,
school.
yes. And also I have a team. It's a few days ago, we had some virus, was sick. And also I came to teach and I was feel like I'm going to die there already. And Sophia came to me and said, Nadya, you know what? Go home and I will teach instead of you. And this is it's great. But yeah, the ballet is not just make us, healthy and everything. It's make us alive.
Yes.
It's our life. I don't know
Like you
how
said,
it's
like you
different.
say in the video that you have sent me, ballet is life.
Yeah, yeah. Ballet is life. It is
Ballet is
life.
life, is our life.
Yes, yes.
And how did you cope? How did you handle the situation with coronavirus, with the pandemic?
Okay, so we first day that's this they close us at home. I'm open Zoom. I think I was one from the first. So from the first day we started, I put all the school on the Zoom, and all the teachers teached all the classes through the Zoom. It was very difficult, especially for the young children,
Mm.
the children that are 6, 5, 6, 7 years old, to hold them near the camera and to do the things, it's extremely terrible, difficult. So the teachers that did this work, I'm saying for myself, I was sit like 6 hours a day, but with a pretty mature people already. So it was easier, everyone was brought
Yes.
piece of lino and the bar, and
Yes.
we made a lot of placement and a lot of exercises, and we worked on the point. Jump, it's a problem because we have stone floors everywhere.
Yes.
No one have a wooden floor.
Yes.
So the jumps just went, and was difficult. With the company, also I got special permission for our school that we are like Olympic sport.
Yes.
That we are sport that's going to competitions.
Mhm.
So every time that it was there was open part of the school, so we was in the between the schools that we could come and to work in the studio, and it was giving us a little break, and then it's again was coming back.
Yes. Yes.
uh, Same with the company. Everybody was working on the Zoom, but we also managed to make even the premiere of the new ballet.
Yes.
It was called Amor. I did a comedy, something very funny. I thought after the Memento had to be something that the people have to laugh. So we had the premiere in the theater without audience. It was very special. It was only a few people, and the people was with the masks, and the dancer no. Everybody had to do the tests, and it was a crazy, really crazy time. We also had we was filming another production about my mom and
Yeah.
about the school, about she was young baby and she danced things. And then same things, our student already was danced. And for the school we had also, I made for them, instead of the end of the year performance, we had Corona performance. It was, I built for them choreography, and I invited cameraman, and we just was filming it. So we was very active in the Corona time.
Yeah.
And yes, we lose amount of the students. All the lazy students finish dance. So, but everybody who was love dance and was ready to hard work,
Yeah.
everybody was continue.
And then when Corona, you were allowed, after Corona, you were allowed to work in the ballet studio again. Did you find a type of changement in the physique, in the type of work when the dancers came back to work in the ballet studio?
I see it until today. You know, it's depend on the which age the Corona felt.
Yes.
For example, there is such a things like kids that had to do more exercises and less dancing program. So
Yeah.
they have a problems with coordination. The adult people that we can manage also to do the things, but they could not jumps. So they had a problem with the jumps. But for example, much better placement for hips, because like 3 hours a day we could we could make these things. So
Yeah.
it was interesting continuation of this time.
Yeah. So coronavirus brought some improvement and some
Yes, and it's
yes.
something good, something bad. I think what it was good, that's a lot of things now transfer to the virtual, and
Yeah.
it was also making it was unit the people.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
I think it's and for example now if somebody's sick, so I can just connect him to the Zoom or such a things. It's important things.
Yes. Nadia, we are approaching to the end of of our interview. It's a shame because I would like to ask you 1,000 of questions, but I don't want that to disturb you. I don't want to disturb you.
Thank you. The people will not
Because
get
I know
sleep.
that you have been working the whole day today. You have been preparing your new ballet, and you must be tired. So,
No, I'm going now to work. My best time to work is after 12 night.
so you
Post
never sleep.
product.
You never
No,
sleep.
it's depends. This is the problem. When I'm working all day, so then already I'm dead. So we had now 3 days vacation because of the new year. I can wish everybody a happy new
My
Jewish
best,
year.
my best wishes to all of you and to all the people who celebrate the new year around the world. And I hope that it will bring prosperity, peace, and love, and a lot of beautiful things, especially in ballet.
Thank you.
So, what is your message? No, forget what I said. What is your hope that you would like to see in the future in ballet in Israel?
What I hope to see in the Israel. I hope very much that the relation generally to the ballet will change. The country very young, and here is not traditions, you know. in the Europe and the Russia. It's hundreds of the years that the people know that the ballet minimum exists, and the maximum, it's a beautiful art and very difficult, and it's very, very respectful. In our country, it's also, it's like invisible. It's it's very difficult to see that the people, some people just even doesn't know that the ballet exists. And some people, you know, prefer, instead of to see the ballet, to go to the football. I'm not against football,
Mhm.
but it's a lot of people that they thinks, just because they it was not in the education or in the family, in the traditions, you know, of the country, young country, and we have to survive all the time, survive and survive, and the army, and the many things, that the ballet, it's not most important.
Mhm.
But I think it is very important, and even not just because it's such a beautiful art, it's make also so many good things for the students, like a discipline,
Yeah.
such, you know, to a lot of things, you know, everybody talking about why ballet is good.
Mhm.
So I would be happy that the people will know that the ballet exists and will have for this more respect, that the ballet dancers will be respectful, that we will have enough budget for to pay for them good salaries. Because, you know, even a half day that they have to work from, I don't know, we start from 7 o'clock morning. Now, even you start from 9 o'clock morning until 4 o'clock, you're already dead after, if you really work. And usually most of the dancers, they after that, they have to go and to have another work, because it's just not possible to survive on the salary that they are getting for these hours. So
Yes.
it's everything, I think it's coming from the app.
Yes.
I think it's need to be some programs on the television.
Yes.
There's the people will, you know, every week they will get some drop in the mind that the ballet, it's a beautiful, and it exists, and it's making the things,
Yes.
because it's this is the people that know ballet, they love ballet. We have a audience that are coming and seeing the ballets, and coming seeing everything, are coming from outside, from the abroad, from all. But
Maybe if you try to, I don't know, to get involved with the Ministry of Culture or Israel, maybe they could help to make some TV program explaining what is ballet, give, you know, the beautiful part of ballet, and in order that the audience gets more familiar with this. But it will take time. It will take time, slowly, slowly. I mean,
I
just
hope
consider what the history of ballet in Israel was
exactly.
30 years ago, and now you have made a big improvement.
Yes,
It will take,
it is really big improvement. It
it,
is really,
but
but still it's difficult.
it's difficult. I don't know. But this is it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not
And
easy.
I mean the difficult, not to do the things. It's a way, the life is not easy, and it's fine completely. The
Yes,
ballet will never be easy.
yes,
I mean, that's the, I would be happy to see the progress faster.
yes,
This
yes.
is what I mean.
Yes, but the progress takes time. Takes time.
Yeah,
No, even if in the most developed country, it takes time because unfortunately, ballet is not understood a little bit everywhere in the world. It's a very secondary art. Many people they tell you, uh, I'm doing ballet for fun,
I
but
understand.
it's not. They don't consider ballet as an eventual job, eventual work. It's art, but it's a work also.
Yes.
So, Nadya Timofeyeva, what is your last message and hope that you would like to give to the people who are watching you on Ballet International? You know that Ballet International is followed by many people, by many great artists, and also by people who are not in ballet field. So what is the message of love and hope and art that you would like to give to everyone? Because your interview today was really extraordinary, was very rich of content, great, strong history, and I'm sure that the audience will be impressed by what you have said. So just give us to all the last message of hope, strong one.
Message of hope. I think, especially for the people that love ballet.
For everyone,
For
especially for the
everyone.
ballet.
Oh, I'm sure that the ballet will be alive. And I'm not believe, the people saying, no, the ballet is going to die. The ballet will not go to die. Minimum in the close time for our life and for life of our children. And I hope, because it's a part of our history, and it's a beautiful part, and it's changing and changing and changing, but we always keep our traditions, and we're trying to develop new things. So, and it's fantastic that we are now all the world, it's a small, even smaller than it was. Because, I was thinking, before was not internet, and we was each one was sitting in his country. For to see some other choreographer, you had to travel. Same like with the composers, when you're listening to the composers, you see, oh yeah, I'm hearing in this composer motif on someone else. And same in the ballet, you see their motif of some other choreographer. But because of that, they was very special, each of them, because they didn't have so much information that they could take from one to the other.
Yes.
So we had such great names.
Yes.
Now you open, you see everything, and you can, from one side, it's more difficult to develop your special personality, but
Yes.
from the other side, you can learn from everyone, and this is a fantastic. So
Totally agree with you. I totally
yeah,
agree. This is the beautiful thing that you have said. I really agree as 100%.
so never stop to learn. It doesn't matter how old are you. Just try to be young. I know so many old people that are so young. This, the regisseur that I send you the film, the underground ballet. She's 80, some more than 80 years old.
Wow.
Lina Chaplin. And now she's making a new film about Memento, about Francesca Mann. We just now finished to film all the parts that are connected to the ballet. It will be a new documentary film, something really special. And she is old, but she is young. And this is the most important. I have so many students that are young and so old,
But
so
age,
continue to be young and
age,
full of
age,
love, health, and
age, age is just a number.
exactly.
Just a
It's
number.
it's difficult sometimes for old people,
Yeah.
to make physical things, but internal life is giving power.
Yes. Do you still do your training?
Cleaning, yeah.
No, not cleaning. Do you still do your ballet
My ballet
training class for
training.
yourself?
No, training, no. 10 years ago already, I'm not dancing, I'm not training. I'm generally, this I would tell my teacher, first teacher, so much thanks, because I hate to do the class, you know? I love dance. I love rehearsals, jumps, point, yes. But to make a bar, it's annoying. So
Coming
I'm
from
not.
you, it makes a very, very strange feeling because you are such a great artist, and to hear all this, it
No, every day you have to wake up and waste of the time for to making again and again same thing. It's like if you make amount of the hours that you made the bar, it's crazy. It's good possible to learn another profession, but this is the part of our life.
Mrs. Nadia, thank you very much for participating to this interview. With all my heart, I cannot stop saying thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I was very honored to have you online. I think it's one of the best interview I ever done in my life because what you have said so far is so full of history, full of content. It's really wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you very, very much. You're so beautiful person.
I hope one day we shall meet.
Yeah, we have to. You invited.
I hope that the destiny will push me to come one day and visit you, and why not? With all my heart, I hope. This is one of my
Our
wishes. And
our home is open for you. Just take a flight tickets and come. You don't need even visa.
and so I will send you the link of the interview, who is going to be uploaded on YouTube. And you can share it with all your friends, with all your dance colleagues who are in Israel, who are in the United States, everywhere in the world, and in order that they can hear what you have said tonight, because it's very important. It's a wonderful message. So, Mrs. Nadia, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
please, one message from me to the dancers of Jerusalem, or to all the dancers who are working with you.
Yes.
Please, I have seen the video that you have sent me this afternoon, and tell them that they are wonderful. They have a wonderful technique. Of course, all this thanks to you, but they are very talented. So they have, and what I like in your video is the atmosphere, the positiveness that you have been able to give and to transmit to each one of them.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Pierre.
Thank you. So I will end up with don't close, just wait online one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, as you have seen, we had this special guest, Mrs. Nadya Timofeyeva, who is the daughter of Madame Nina Timofeyeva, the great prima ballerina of the Bolshoi. And Nadya Timofeyeva is the artistic director of the Jerusalem Ballet Academy and the Jerusalem Ballet Company in Israel. So I hope that you will watch this interview again, to listen again, and that you have been happy to hear all this beautiful story. Thank you to everyone.